YouTube, it's Renee from Tony and Renee 1. How many of you grew up washing your own clothes? How many of you had somebody to just wash them for you? The truth is, a lot of us, even today, still have some questions about how to wash our clothes. But no worries, because today we're going to give you 5 easy steps to washing your own clothes right after this. Okay, so let's talk laundry. A few things you'll need: a washer and a dryer, unless you plan on washing by hand. Now, if so, make sure you block out your whole day, because that's how long you'll need. Okay, the next thing you'll need is detergent. You can get this in liquid or you can get it in powder. It's totally up to you. The third thing on the list is bleach. You don't necessarily have to use this because it is optional, but if you do, you want to be sure to use it to wash things like all white shirts and other all white fabrics. Okay, speaking of fabrics, you really want to be sure that you got some fabric softener if you're wanting to reduce static cling and make your clothes feel a little bit softer. Okay, so the big question: should I separate my whites from my colors? You know, this is really a big topic that a lot of people disagree on. Some people say, yes, always. Other people say, look, I'm in a rush, just throw them all in together. Even though it'll take you a little bit longer since you have multiple batches, I recommend separating your whites and your colors. The whole idea behind separating these is so you prevent color transference, which, if you think of it, is basically like dumping a batch of reds and a batch of whites in together and coming out with a whole lot of pink. Now, I don't know about you, but an all pink wardrobe is not what I need. So, if you want to make life a little bit easier and have your clothes come out better in the long run, go ahead and separate your whites from your color fabrics. You also want to be sure to separate by type of fabric. So for example, you'll have to separate a pile for your delicates and then separate a pile for your wools or your thicker fabrics. Since some of your fabrics are going to be different in weight and texture, you want to make sure that you don't just lump them all together. Check this out. Okay, so what about shirts with white stripes? No need to worry, you got options. Option number 1, you can always dry clean your clothes. Option number 2, you can always hand wash. Option number 3, now this is the one that I think most people, including me, choose to do. Just throw them in with the colors. And if you're really worried about it, you can add in something like a Shout color catcher, because that's really good at absorbing some of those dyes, just in case they start running.
What's up, y'all? It's Tony from Tony Renee 1. When separating your clothes, be sure that you don't have a pen, gum, or some type of marker in your pocket that could potentially explode inside the wash machine. You don't want to do that. It's important to remember that some clothes and some fabrics require different washing and drying methods. So to stay safe, always check the tags on your clothes to know exactly what to do. The next step in the washing process is to decide how much water is needed to actually wash your clothes. You do this by looking at the instructions on the wash machine and using good judgment to determine if you have a small, medium, or large load of clothes. Choose the washing cycle and the temperature you need to get your clothes clean. Generally, you want to wash colors in cold water and whites in hot water. The next step in washing your clothes is to know just how much detergent to use to get your clothes clean. The first thing that you do is you read the back of the detergent bottle. If you're using detergent pods, read the packaging.
Okay, tip number 3 in washing your own clothes is to choose which batch of clothes you want to wash first and then load up your washing machine. When you load your washing machine, you really want to be sure that you give your clothes enough room to tumble and move around without wasting water. You want to be sure that you don't load the washing machine up with your clothes more than 80%. So for top loaders, it's good to use that agitator, which is that middle part in the machine, as a guide, just to make sure that you're not overloading. The agitator is really important because it helps to move your clothes around in the wash. So really be sure not to overload and fill past the top of that. Okay, so now that you got your clothes nice and washed, you want to be careful about how you get them ready for the dryer so that you don't accidentally shrink or damage them.
Also, it's very important to check the lint trap before and after you dry your clothes. If you don't, it can be a fire hazard if too much lint builds up.
It's good to have your laundry bin close by so that you can separate your freshly washed clothes and get them ready for the dryer. Some of your clothes, depending on the fabric, don't need to be dried, not in the dryer anyway. Actually, you can just hang dry them. These fabrics are usually those delicate ones that you really don't want to shrink, so be sure that you pay attention to that because some of these can include your work clothes too. It can kind of be tricky to figure out what needs to hang dry and what doesn't, so if you're not sure, don't worry, just take a look at the tag inside. It'll let you know if it needs to be dried on regular, low heat, or hang dry only.
When your clothes get done drying, be sure to take them right out and either fold them up or hang them up to prevent wrinkling. If you have any laundry tips or tricks, just let us know by posting them in the comment box below. That's it, y'all. You just got 5 easy steps to learn how to wash your clothes on your own. Thanks for hanging with us. Be sure to subscribe, follow, and share this video. Until next time, remember to think, create, and change your own situation. Peace.